Welcome to another episode of the Money Wheel Podcast. The journey to wealth starts here with your host, Don Shade.
Hello, my friend and future millionaire. Welcome to this episode of the Money Wheel. My name is Don Shade. In this episode, what I'd like to cover with you, we've covered a lot of details as far as putting your online business together. We've done a lot of technical things. Now what I want to focus on is I want to go back to working on you for a few episodes here. And what I'd like to cover in this episode has to do with you carrying cash in your pocket. With the society we're in nowadays, what happens is everybody uses cards for everything, whether it be a credit card or a debit card. We've kind of got away from cash. The issue with that is this. Along with us stepping away from using cash, it also takes the emotion out of spending money. You just hand a card over and they charge your card and that's the end of it. And people don't really pay attention as much to what they're spending or what's going on throughout their week. What I'd like you to do is take a look at where your finances stand. And with that being said, are you somebody that is maybe going through some challenges? Maybe you're flat broke. Or are you somebody that's reasonably comfortable and your business is doing well? Well, what I'd like you to do is this. If you're somebody that's flat broke, what I want you to do is every week when you get paid, I want you to start tucking away money into your wallet or into your pocketbook, whatever the situation may be. In other words, if money is real tight for you, the first week we are going to take a $5 bill and we're going to put it in your wallet. And then the next week, we're going to trade that $5 in and put a $10 bill into your wallet. And eventually what's going to happen, every week we're going to put another $5 to it, and we're going to get to the point that we trade up to bigger bills. Now, as you get better with your money mastery training and you start paying more attention to how you're spending your money and what's going on, you're going to get better as far as the skills that you use to track your money. But what I want you to start to notice here is you're going to feel different when you have cash in your pocket, so to speak. That's a lot different than carrying debit cards and credit cards and that kind of thing. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking to yourself, well, I could lose my wallet. Yeah. And you could get hit by a car walking outside, or you could get struck by lightning. That's an excuse you're going to hide behind. I'll tell you this honestly, if your wallet had cash in it, you'd probably pay more attention to where it is and what's going on. With that being said, I want you to start thinking, my goal here is to build up to a $100 bill. I want to be able to have a $100 bill in my wallet. It's just for emergency purposes. Because what's going to happen, you're going to feel different about yourself knowing that you have cash on you all the time. And what I like to do is build people up over time to where eventually they've got $300, $500 in their wallet. And that takes a little time if you're somebody that's flat broke. But remember how I said to you before about setting goals that you can hit. If you're flat broke, we want to start out with $5 a week. If you're somebody that your money isn't that tight, let's start out a little bigger. Let's put a 20 away. Let's move it to a 50 in the first month. And then move on to a $100 bill. Now, this isn't money that you're going to spend unless you're in an extreme emergency situation. But if you're going to build yourself to millionaire wealth, you need to know and get back to what it feels like to carry cash in your pocket. You want to have $100 bills in your wallet that you don't need to spend. That's everything I have for this episode. We'll see you next time on the Money Wheel.
Thank you for listening to the Money Wheel Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and like the podcast. For everything that was talked about in today's amazing show, go to moneywheelpodcast.com and get today's show notes, past episodes, and most importantly, you can connect with Don Shade on all his social media platforms. Again, at moneywheelpodcast.com. If you are just looking to email Don, you can email him at don@moneywheelpodcast.com. For a list of all our tools, we use in our business, you can go to moneywheelpodcast.com/resources. Again, thank you for listening to today's podcast, and see you in our next episode of the Money Wheel Podcast.